So y'all, you guys remember Kevin from a couple weeks ago, the one with the child support issue?
I don't know.
Well, we did a well talk a couple weeks ago, and there was a Kevin was on here. We were talking about that he was the one that had that child support issue where he was dealing with child support from a child that is not his for like 10 years. I think
Yeah,
he finally got that resolved.
That's
that's
dope.
good.
Dope. That's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope. What happened?
yeah.
How do you get it done?
Filed he refiled some motions that he had already filed originally and changed it. Three words. Three fucking words made the difference in 10 years.
What three words were that?
He didn't tell me exactly. Like we went through and we spoke and discussed, like, the things that they could do, just administrative processes and things like that.
Yeah.
And so he went and refiled some of his earlier shit, and he said he changed. He said he only changed three words.
Not
And
the father.
yeah,
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to figure out what three words he followed.
yeah. Because I was speaking to him, as a matter of fact, before this, and he
I
was
know
in
that's right.
court. Yeah, he was in court. I don't know if it was related to that or if it was like an issue unrelated, but he was in there now, and bro, he's going through it, man. They are really trying to screw him. I guess he's got another case with what was it? An accident, right? They they claimed that the crime that was committed, which gave them, the probable cause to search him and everything, and was a hit and run, right? But there was no actual witness, like there was no actual like officer or anybody that witnessed a hit and run or an accident. There was no camera footage. There was no damage to the car. Uh, so it's like pretty crazy. So I guess they're using that as the probable cause to be able to search. And but from everything he explained to me, it sounds like an illegal search and seizure.
Yeah.
And there was a female officer that she didn't call any male officers, so she was the one to personally search him three times. So she searched him once, didn't find anything. The second time didn't find anything, So it's like kind of a ridiculous thing there.
Yeah.
And then the
Like,
fact that there's no actual like crime that was committed to give him like the probable cause or justification for it. So it's kind of crazy. So I gave him a couple things that he should like kind of pay attention to. Um, he's already filed his motions of discovery and gotten all the like. There's no evidence at all to support any of it. So we'll see how it goes. He's in court right now. He's pretty smart, but at the same time, like there's a lot of the things like me and Naeem and Nasut, know that if you try to tell somebody, they just don't believe it. You really do have a lot of power as long as you know where to apply the knowledge. It's really you got to know administrative processes. It's not just knowing the law. You have to also know how to proceed with the law because you can read the law all day, but if you don't know how to apply it, it's just like knowledge. It's useless. We got this upcoming event, guys. Pretty stoked about that. It's gonna be pretty lit. Hopefully, we had to get the whole conference room because like the original space that we got wasn't big enough. And it's crazy. It's already been like a bunch of people that's RSVP'd, and we ain't even started marketing yet. It's really just the inner circle that even knows about it.
I mean, that's because the inner circle know how valuable it is already. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right. That's right.
I wish I was out there in the area because I would be attending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, we also set up the Loom or the Zoom, right? So for everybody that can't like attend personally, we're going to actually be broadcasting the live Zoom too. So Walt is actually he's going to make it to the event, but it's going to be live over Zoom. So it's going to be pretty cool. Nathan is actually going to be there in person. He's actually going to speak and put on a whole presentation. He actually, dude, his presentation is badass. We got together this past weekend and went over his, like, got it pretty much all the way done. He's going to really get into some pretty interesting things. Me and him actually just had a conversation. Brilliant idea. So he's got he's been doing a lot of research into like the DPINs and stuff. The decentralized infrastructure and things like that. And so he's got this deal with I believe I know it's the Fry token that you get rewarded in. And you use their power blocks that measure your energy, and then they reward you in the Fry token for using them, right? I personally don't want them in my house, because I don't want nobody keeping tabs on what I got going on. But it is a really good business idea because we could use those. And then he had a really great idea about maybe starting a tanning bed, arcade, or some type of business like that, and using those power blocks to run the power through. So you're getting rewarded for the people actually. It was actually a pretty genius idea.
Yeah, that idea that you're talking about right now, it kind of just gives me like a decentralized type of Nielsen type business. You know how Nielsen tracks your data, like what you watch or
Mhm.
something like that. They like attach it to your TV or something. Like you don't even know
Yeah,
that's there, but then they
yeah, that's
reward you in like a token or something like that. That's a pretty dope idea, but that's
it
only if it's
is.
you know
It
what I'm
is
saying?
dope. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like we didn't get too far into it because it was like really right before this call. But I was like, damn, that's a brilliant idea. And he's actually, I think he's going to work with his wife is going to start a salon, right? And they're going to incorporate that with it. And I thought that was a brilliant idea. I was like, damn, that is far. So you can literally use, or we could look into possibly doing something like that ourselves. That's really where I'm headed. Like all these great ass ideas that people, come up with. I'm just like, oh, you know what? That we can find a way to use that. I'm looking for like new ways, like new shit, innovative way. Like if we could be the first to incorporate blockchain and DeFi into something, I mean, we're going to be the ones. You get there first, you're going to benefit the most. And I think tokenization is going to be super important. It's like especially now, shit's about to really blow, right? So when you got grandma going to the grocery store and buying it with Bitcoin, when it's that normalized, you know how much money is going to be surged into the cryptocurrency and decentralized space? Trillions of dollars when it's like completely normalized. And if you've already got your foot in the door, if you're already one of the first ones, who's going to benefit from that? You are. And it's all coming. It's merging. It's all coming together, right? It's literally the new wave of wealth that's transferring. It's going to be the biggest wealth transfer in history for sure. You just got to be smart enough to get on board.
Yeah, and it's not just in crypto either. It's about the skills that we learn. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I kind what's been kind of like why I've been kind of low a little bit because I'm learning how to use AI and automate it with it. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yes.
you got to learn like prompt engineering, like how to prompt these things and put them in place of these businesses around you and stuff like that, and kind of help and solve these problems with these tools, these AIs. Because if not, other people gonna do it and make a lot of money doing it. So
Exactly.
I don't get caught up in just like grabbing cryptos and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to like really stay close to like what is really going on in the world.
Right. It started for me. I was just like, uh, I originally started paying attention to crypto because of the CBDC, right? The central bank digital currency. That I knew that was coming. I knew it was going to be like, controlled for sure. And I thought I better go ahead and get an education and knowledge on cryptocurrency and decentralized finance now rather than wait for the switch and then, get caught lacking, right? So that's what it was. It was already like real world implications and how I was going to use it from the beginning, right? And then I got in here and was like, oh shit, you could really run the bag up, right? So quick. But like immediately my focus shifted from utilization, right? Because once I actually created a token and I saw how the dynamics work, right? I saw how the market moves and saw how the value is placed on an asset and how it's subjective and everything. I was like, oh shit, man, this is really way more than just making some money. And I promise you, it was crazy. When I stopped focusing on making money, that's when I started making more. It's ridiculous. But real world applications, right? Real world assets and utilization and tokenization is what's going to be popping, brother. Web3 is basically like the internet for cryptocurrency, right? So it's like if you can have a web page, you can have it on Web3, right? Web3 wallets are literally giving you the ability to take assets and place them into decentralized exchanges and use them in like a more liquid and fluid way. And then you've got separate blockchains too that you can utilize that shit, like the Bitcoin blockchain. They use the mining and everything to do the mathematical equations to create the blocks. And the first one that gets there gets rewarded the gas fees and all that. But then you got like shit like the Algorand chain, which is proof of stake, right? So that's like a totally different system of operating because then you're more like I guess the verifications come more from like the amount of tokens you hold in a proof of stake blockchain rather than like a Bitcoin blockchain that's using mining to produce new blocks. So there's like just the difference in those two types of blockchains is like huge utilization in both ways in completely different ways. And
I mean,
so
that's a fact. That's a fact. You
yeah.
know, uh, and it's like, what is it? What is the other one? It was like the proof of work, right?
Yeah, yeah, the proof of stake. Yeah, it's like you got to get in there and put the work in. Like and then I need to get a better understanding so I can explain it a little more. Like I understand it like the concept in my head, but trying to elaborate exactly how that works is a little
Yeah,
um
it's a little complicated, but that's why I kind of just build myself on focusing on the companies and what type of problems they're trying to solve. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
And what connections they're using because that's more
Yes.
valuable than anything.
Right, because literally this is just like a way to take what you've already got going on and improve it. Like think about it. If you already run a successful business, right? Let's say I already run a trucking company, for instance, like Miss Turner and her husband. I'm already producing profit, like I already have money generating. Business is good to go. We're already in the money. You can literally tokenize that, right? And increase the amount of money and revenue and streams coming in because okay, now let's say that you create a trucking company token and then you use that token and the utility can be to purchase the services or to buy the supplies or whatever you're going to use that trucking company for, right? So now you're actually getting paid twice. You're going to add value to the token when the customer purchases it, right? Because when you buy an asset it goes up, you sell it, it goes down. So if I have a token representing the service to my business, they buy the token, which increases the value of the token, and then they turn right around and trade that token back to me for the service. So instead of just getting paid whatever the amount of money is for the service, I get to add value to the token, which is another asset, and then get that returned to me to resell. You know how much more money that literally can increase like profit margins tremendously just from that simple thing alone. Right. And then if you start adding like real utility to the tokens, where not only can it just be used to purchase it, but it has exclusive access points. There's so much, man. NFTs are amazing. They're the most amazing thing ever. It gives you literally the power to tokenize or digitize or have like a digital representation of any fucking thing. Anything. If you could put it on a computer, bro, you can put it on an NFT. That's insane, bro. We're talking like there's already companies like BlackRock and shit that's already looking into tokenizing bonds and things. They're already doing that. That's the first thing I thought when I realized NFT. I was like, oh my God. I was like, NFT is it could literally be a bond because I could set the NFT exactly like a bond. I could have it like the duration or the period, is like it's this long. This bond lasts for 3 years and it's got this much percentage of a return and it's worth this. I could literally make a bond and then sell it just like a bond.
True indeed. I actually had posted like a video with the boy from BlackRock or whatever talking about like tokenization is going
Yeah,
to be like the future of the world.
it is. Think about why wouldn't it be? Bro, if I'm sitting here thinking about this shit like that, you already know them the billionaires are, right? There ain't no way I got to that idea first.
I got
I
to tell
kind of
you,
really
hey
did
everybody.
something similar to that with the Genesis Wave NFT, right? If you notice, like it's got a percentage, it's got like a percentage on resales, right? So secondary sales, it's got like a rebate, literally. So just like a bond, it's like you'll issue a bond in exchange for investment capital, right? And the bond's going to have scheduled interest payments for whatever the bond's set for, right? And then when the bond matures, you're supposed to pay the shit back. That's
I don't
how
mean
it's
to cut
supposed to
nobody
work.
off. I'm mean to cut you off, Chris, but I don't have a lot
Yeah,
of
go ahead.
time. Thank you for having the meeting. Thank you for reminding me that we're going to do
Thank you
this.
for coming.
Yeah, man, I'm actually actively treating a patient right now, but I just wanted to confirm from the developer's perspective that your assumptions and thoughts, everyone is thinking about the tokenization of real world assets is 100% on par with what the world is looking to do. Everything will be tokenized as far as your identity, social security, driver's licenses, vehicles, real estate, property, everything's going to be tokenized. It will
Yep.
start with financial instruments and markets like stocks, bonds. The USDC and USDT that we're familiar with is a tokenized real world asset of the dollar, and every other currency will follow suit. And then we'll see all other types of property fall in line. So Chris is 100% correct when he said that if you have a trucking company and you wanted to tokenize your trucks, that's going to be a real world, a real life thing. If you wanted to tokenize and create a token for your business and have people pay for your services in your own coin, you could do that too. These things are already being put in place, and I can tell you from a developer's perspective, I've already saw the software.
There you go.
Yeah, no, thank you, sir.
Yep. That is, you get to try for all you guys that don't know, which all you guys probably do. He is amazing. You heard what he said, actively treating the patient, still chiming in on the call though. That's dedication, man. That's why I love our movement, man. I love our group. We literally got a whole network of people around the world that's dedicated to this purpose, bro. It's so amazing. It really is. And I love speaking with him, especially because every time I do, it's like it's just confirmation and verification that like I'm kind of headed in the right way. Because that's what I'm just now getting up on is what he's definitely got a leg up on me in the development and the coding and all of the softwares and things like that. That's obviously where my attention's focusing now. But I got a lot going on. But he's ahead of the game with that. He's got a very good understanding. But every time I will speak with him on an issue or kind of like a thought or try to brainstorm or whatever, it's just like confirmation that I'm either headed in the right direction or I'm focusing on the right things because it's almost like me and him are like in tune with that. Every time we talk, it's like we either went through the same thing, thought the same thing, or headed in the same direction.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, that's how it is with a lot of you guys, bro.
yeah. It's like, you are your worst enemy, man. You gotta have somebody else to, share ideas and thoughts because who knows what one person could think of just themselves, You do
Right.
a
I
pump
think it's super important.
It'll drive you crazy because you can't, get any more advice other than yourself. So yeah, I get it totally.
it's good to have a network of people. It's good to have alternative perspectives, right?
Right.
Because I mean, I'm really good at certain things, but there's other faults and weaknesses, I would say, you know, or things that I could do better, that maybe some of you guys are way better at. You know what I mean? Like just the way that he was able to just elaborate and explain it was very professional. It sounded very clear and concise, right? Sometimes I got a tendency to kind of like be all over the place, right? I'm very impulsive and spontaneous, and sometimes I need someone that is a little more structured and routine and professional. I'm learning how to be professional, as far as like presentment wise. I'm really good at business. I'm just not very good at uh how PR. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm definitely not one of those media friendly people. I say some wild shit sometimes, and I piss
I just want
people
to
off.
say that's where the power of community comes in. We each will
Yes.
glean off of each other's strengths and weaknesses. But I do want
Yeah.
to say, Chris, that you have a lot more intelligence and your public speaking ability is a lot better than I think you give yourself credit for. I was actually just texting Walt maybe a couple of days ago to tell him, you know, how proud I am of you and how everything is taken off. Like you're really killing this thing. And I just want to say to the other gentleman that was speaking that the power of community is being able to speak with like-minded people. This is all vibrations and frequencies, right? So when you have a
Yes.
thought, if you have a community of people who are vibrating on your level, it helps to embolden your thoughts. It helps to confirm your assumptions and to more perfect your thinking and your processes. So being a part of this community. And thanks again, Chris, for hosting these Wealth Wave Wednesdays so that we can all speak on these things together as a community to confirm our thoughts and assumptions and, you know, keep us encouraged and motivated. So community is very important. And I just want to say one more time, Chris, give yourself more credit, man. You are an amazing individual. You're great at marketing. You're great at getting people together. You're great at firing people up. Your attitude towards learning and growing and your humility is impressive, man. And I'm happy to just know you and work with you.
Man. The
Word.
feeling is definitely
Yeah, you could
mutual,
have
man.
said it no better, man. Absolutely.
I know. I know, man. See, every time he speaks, it's just so on point. I love it, man. You guys are awesome, bro. Thanks. That actually just made me. Uh,
Yeah, man. I've been all
I'm
about
I'm
that since
lifted,
the
bro.
day I met
I'm lifted now. I'm ready to. I was already conquering the world. I'm ready to conquer the universe now.
you.
I
Absolutely.
love it,
Yes, sir.
man. And you know what? Everybody that's on this call is really like that. We all just like kind of feed off each other's energy, man. You know, matter of fact, Naeem, he started writing to the which one is the Ain't the Type beat, right? Man, and I got a little hook together for that other the beat, the smooth beat that I actually started making. I really it's kind of riding, man. I'm excited about that too. Man, I'm ready to get this shit popping, bro.
Yeah, man. It's dope, man. And he came in and said it right. You know, need to give yourself more and more gratitude and more enlightenment to yourself about where you at and more awareness to the energy and the knowledge that you have in a particular area that you be studying. You feel what I'm saying? And that goes for everybody. Like we had this talk before. You feel what I'm saying? Like people just be like kind of, you know, stuck a little bit, like feeling like
Yeah,
they have this little fear, like they don't have a voice. Everybody have a voice. Everybody has a perspective, their own perspective, and your perspective might fill in millions of gaps. You feel what I'm saying? Like anybody else's. You feel what I'm saying? Might fill in yours. You feel what I'm saying? So
that's
just
real.
just give all positive vibes and ambition to everybody, man, because everybody's working towards something. When we look around, a lot of people not working towards nothing. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the truth, ain't it? That's powerful, really. You're right, man. Because other people's like perspectives can fill in the gaps. It definitely has for me. There's a lot of man. I promise you, I couldn't have done none of this without everybody. Everybody on this call, everybody in Block Cycle Labs, everybody in Wealth Wave. Like, there's no way this would have been possible with just me by myself. As great as I am, there's no way, bro. There's no way. I literally. That's why I'm humble, right? That's why like I'm gracious. when someone tries to give me credit, like the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share that with everybody else that came along. You know, everybody else added to that. Everybody else was a part of that. You know, yeah.
Yeah, and
I think matter of fact,
what I'm building on, man, is it's gonna help the whole block cycle system. You feel what I'm saying? I'm probably just gonna build this system for block cycle or whatever. And
bro,
then, you know, if
you're killing it.
Walt likes it, if he likes it, you feel what I'm saying, then all he had to do is kind of like attach his
Right.
website to it. You feel what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it comes more and more you know what I mean, structured. You feel what I'm saying? His videos, the courses, everything
Yeah.
becomes structured by the modules, and the affiliate links will be legit. You feel what I'm saying? People will really, really be able to sell the school. You feel what I'm saying? With their link. You feel what I'm saying? So
I like
I
that.
don't know. Everybody got
I
to
like
come.
that.
Everybody got to, you know what I mean? We all have these things that we want to build, but we don't have no systems. And that's what I'll be noticing. I was like, damn, I kind of fell away from it. And you got to have a system. You feel what I'm saying? Your website is one thing, but then you got to have a system behind it that does things for you. You feel what I'm saying? Which will turn it into like a business that's working for you. You feel what I'm saying? And
Yes.
then on top of these AI agents that we can make and automate certain things that, I mean, an online business is, you can use all AI agents for an online business. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody has an
Right.
online business, but doing all physical work. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm learning how to build digital employees. You feel what I'm saying? To run these
That's
businesses, and
it.
it start with a website and a marketing system. You feel what I'm saying? And then I have these AIs which you can automate. Open AI, DeepSeek, all these freaking
Yes.
you
So
can
that's what
incorporate
you're working on now?
all these, yeah, bro,
You're
yeah,
working on
that's what I'm
automated.
doing.
So you're trying to automate the automation.
It's already in work,
Bro,
to be
that's
honest.
insane. I promise you, right
That
before
is
this call.
crazy. Automating the automation. That's crazy, man.
Yes.
I like that.
Well, the crazy part about that is right. All right, we got 10 minutes, so we're probably going to give like everybody a chance to just kind of promote themselves toward the end real quick before it ends. But check it out. So right before this call, I'm actually going to go and I'm going to do a session with this other guy who's when I tell you this sniper bot is all the way legit. It is all the way legit, bro. Chris Silva used it yesterday, 9x, right? He 9x while he was at work, not doing nothing. Set the bot, copied the trade, put it in, went to work. If he would have been active, he would have 500x. He
Where is
still,
bot at?
That's
huh?
nuts.
Yeah.
Well,
Now look, I
where
check
is
it
this
out.
at?
That's just a little sneak peek, right? I'm gonna go through myself. I'm literally gonna do. I'm gonna let him mentor me. Shit, you know what I mean? I don't care. Like I'm gonna go through myself. I've already set the bot up. I've already got everything. Wallets is up and everything. But I pause there because I want to actually go through. Because even though like Chris will do, he'll go through his session and learn, and then when I do my session with him and I mentor him, he'll kind of just. But he was like, he said, man, he was like, you understand this shit a lot better than I do. He was like, you probably just need to, reach out to dude. So I hit him up, ended up being friends with him already on Facebook. Um, and like, it's legit. It's fire. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
see, and
through,
with
I'm gonna
that,
get it
and
all the way down, right? So I'm gonna make sure I know the ins and outs, exactly how it works. And once I do, you already know I'm gonna put a course together. You already know I'm gonna at least tell you. I'm gonna at least let the inside circle know what's going on. But that's the conversation I had with the guy that said he set all this up himself. It took him years. He didn't actually build the bot himself, but everything attached to it, the website, the Telegram accounts, and everything that you actually run it through, and everything he did himself. And that's what we had a whole conversation about the automation part, right? Like that's the focus. And matter of fact, me and Walt have been saying that the whole time. It's like I can't wait until we've got it in place to where we can just sit back and let it ride, right? Automation. That's what it's all about. Man, I use Chat GPT. That motherfucker should be getting a paycheck. He should be literally listed on the roster as an employee. I swear.
facts.
Facts. Why wouldn't
He
you?
should be your whole assistant, like, bro.
2 minutes or 2 days, bro.
I've
You
been
choose.
learning I've been
I
learning how to
actually
turn
asked that.
Chat GPT into a straight AI assistant through
Yes.
Telegram.
Yes.
that can
Man,
access. He can access my Google Sheets. He can access my calendar. He can make phone calls to you after like we had a conversation or whatever. That nigga will call you and everything and book an appointment and all types of stuff for you.
yeah.
Yep.
All right. I think we got like 2 minutes left. So go ahead, plug yourself, man. What you got going on? Let us know so we can market that. We can promote it. We can help this network grow.
Ozzy Mako, Naeem Bowick, you know what I mean, Block Cycle. You can call me an artist, developer, whatever. I'm the joke. I mean, jack of all trades. I mean, master of
Yeah.
none, but still better than the master of one.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yo, this dude is lit.
I know. Hey, you got to follow that. Hey, that was a good ass plug right there.
Yeah, well, I don't even want to say that.
Uh, go ahead. You got to take off. Go ahead and plug yourself, man. You
I
already
want
know.
you to plug me. Where with this bot? I want
Okay,
to hear more
look,
about
I'm
it.
gonna tell you
I
straight up,
walked
man.
away.
Gitatron is that's my ace, man. I swear. He is on point with the coding, with the development, with the implications of
Yeah,
real world assets and blockchain and DeFi,
master developer,
all the way
man,
lit, right
Gigatron,
to the
man.
fullest. This man is literally serving a patient in the middle of it. This call as we speak right now. He's serving a patient and still on here telling you exactly how you can utilize Web3, DeFi, and cryptocurrency in your existing businesses while he's operating on the patient.
Yeah, man. I
That's
mean,
how
I just
dedicated
believe
he is.
in community, man. I believe in community. Like you were saying earlier, me too. I couldn't have got this far with everything that I have going now by myself. I tried by myself. It wasn't working out. And I actually asked AI before I met any of y'all, like, how do I scale my business? How do I get where I'm trying to go? And it was pushing like collaboration. It was pushing community. And I'm not that good at that. But I said, well, if I want to make my goal, then I need to learn how to get good at that because I'm not going to be able to do this by myself. And so like when Naeem was talking about systems and all of that, like I really like how Walt has the whole block cycle lab systems in place because it's so streamlined. He has everything in modules, and I glean off of that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be gleaning off of you, Naeem, and the things that you've been saying and doing, and I'm hoping I can create some things of value. I mean, according to what Chris just said, I'm successful at doing it, but my goal is to just be instrumental in somebody else's growth, and I believe that if we can all humble ourselves enough to
Mm.
see the goal for all of us and not just our own individual goal, that our visions will align themselves in such a way where it will lead it will lead outside people to all of us. If we could just support each other with what we each have going on, then that's going to move the whole group forward. That's my goal, to move the
Absolutely.
whole group forward. I don't want to live as
Yes.
an
Yeah.
island. I don't want to be wealthy and the richest man in the world, but on an island by myself. I want friends and family around too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yes. Well,
That's like
Absolutely.
let's talk about
it's
that.
like
Let's talk
running.
about that, right? There's
Yeah.
there's definitely different ways to measure wealth, right? Some might argue that, you could have all the money in the world, but if you ain't got no friends or family to share it with, they would say you broke. I would say you broke, right? So I believe having a higher purpose, right? Wealth to me is more a mindset than it is an amount of money. I've had large amounts of money and been broke emotionally, been broke relationship wise. So there's definitely different ways to measure wealth. And I think true wealth lies more in shit that matters, right? To me, wealth is having my family secure, having my legacy cemented, having my network strong, and having the people around me respect me. To me, that's wealth. So I love this. I love everything that Walt built. I definitely piggyback off of everything he went through. And that's why all of us, I think, are having such good success and such great things are happening now because we all are working together and we're not focused on our own selfish fucking ways, right? We're focused on really pushing the movement, pushing the purpose, which is to show everybody that this shit is legit. You can do it. Like it doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter where you started, bro. Randy, you already know where I came from. We didn't have shit. We didn't have nothing growing up, bro. So I didn't have no powerful connections. I didn't have no money to start with. I had an uncle that was the plug, bro. That was the only like real like role model I had, which is kind of how a lot of us grew up. You know, we didn't have no,
No,
we
you're
didn't have
right,
no
man.
people.
Absolutely. I had my phone on the other side of the building, but yeah, you're right. We just a regular dang person
Regular
like
people,
anybody
bro,
else.
that decided to be better.
And actually, I looked up to you, even though you was younger than me, because you're just multi talented, athletic, and play music. I mean, you did it all. You know what I mean? But you just really motivated.
Yeah, that's it, man. I just try to stay that way, right? I'd rather be more optimistic.
That's it.
But it's
And
really,
man, you don't know how much it thrilled me just to get back with you after like what 20 years. It just blew my
yeah, it's been a
mind.
long
Yeah,
time.
long
That's
time.
crazy too, right? Yeah, we grew up together. We were like best friends, you know. And
Well, we
when I
was
kind
worst
of,
enemies. Worst enemies
yeah,
make the best friends.
yeah, that's crazy. When we first met, we tried to fight.
Yeah.
Hey, just know that I'm here, man, to help everybody, man. I'm
Oh, I already
here
know.
to
And you
push us
look,
all
man, you were
forward,
killing it
family.
with
You
the
feel me? You already
graphics
know.
and all that, bro. Like,
That's one of my natural gifts, talents, though. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying?
dude.
From drawing to just using new tools available to us. You feel what I'm saying?
See, now I that's what I do. I sketch and I draw and everything. And like, you know, I can paint a little bit and do some sculptures and shit. But I just haven't really had like a lot of experience doing it digitally. You know what I mean? So that's but you be killing it with that shit, bro. And you be doing so quick, man.
I
It's like
appreciate it. I
you change
appreciate
these
it.
profile pictures like every day and it'd be some fly ass shit too.